I don't know. Let me just pull up the.
Yeah. So I've got, there's three main pages.
我们先讲那个
One is sine and cosine law.
that I'm all right at.
Yeah, one is trying to figure out the angles from the cast system and memorizing SOHCAHTOA and things.
Yeah, that maybe we could like review that a little bit.
Okay,
That's,
sure. And then there's recognizing when to use what sort of things. And then
Okay.
there's these word problems. How are you on these word problems?
Word problems pretty bad.
Okay, so
Well, like all right, I guess.
I covered them. It's really about creating a drawing from the words. Okay, so let's look at these. No, not that one. These ones. Okay, these are all sort of SOHCAHTOA and right right triangle questions and how to figure it out. So this is all about putting a point in a Cartesian graph. Okay.
Yeah.
So we start with a Cartesian graph. And we
Yeah.
can see that that point, if we deck it out, it goes 1, 2, and I'll skip 3 and 4, and it goes up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we can see that that point is right here. Agreed?
Yeah.
Also,
Okay.
get into the habit of using your tools. So this is another really good tool that I'll send to you. So we're talking about this point right here. Soon as not 55. There we go. And all this means is it wants you to draw a line between that point and origin.
Yeah.
Like this.
All right.
Okay. There's the point. There's origin. Then it wants you to draw the only right angle triangle possible with the x-axis, like that.
Yeah.
Good so far?
Yes.
Can you tell me the two sides of this side and this side, based on this point?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, what is it?
5.
Is which? This?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that one's 1.
Which means we can figure out this one using the what theorem?
I forget what it's called.
Pythagoras theorem.
Yeah.
So I'm going to race through this because we got an hour, right?
Yeah.
So you get 25 plus 1, which ends up being 26. But that, always remember this. This is the Pythagoras, or the h side, squared. So we have to square root both sides. Yeah. Okay? So that means this side is actually the square root of 26. Good?
Yep.
Okay. Good. What are the three things SOHCAHTOA? What do they stand for?
Sin is over h.
Yeah, so sin of an angle, sine of an angle. I know it's sin, but it's sine of an angle is the opposite over h, right?
Yep.
Go.
And then cos is over a.
Cos of an angle is the adjacent. See, it was sorry, like that, I had it right. Adjacent is the, there we go. Adjacent over
the h.
It's always an h, yep. The only one without an h is the tan. And it's TOA. What does that stand for? TOA.
Over a.
Opposite side.
Over the adjacent.
Over the adjacent side. So all we need to figure out is what's the opposite, what's the adjacent, and what's the h. The h is always opposite the right angle, so that's easy enough. This is always the angle they're talking about. It's always the angle at origin. Good?
Yeah.
So that's the a that we're trying to figure out. Therefore, what's the opposite side to this angle?
For that one, 5.
Yep. What's the adjacent side?
1.
What's the hypotenuse?
Square root of 26.
Great. So all we have to do is write down, okay, the opposite's 5. The adjacent's 1. And the hypotenuse, h, is square root of 26. And we can't forget that square root. Now all we have to do is fill out our little fractions up above. So opposite over h. We know the opposite. We've labeled it now. It's 5 over square root of 26. So there's our sine of the angle. We figured it out.
Okay.
The cosine is simply the adjacent number that we figured out here. 1.
1 over square root of 26.
You got it. And then the last one is simply, since we've labeled it, it's very easy now. It's the opposite side, which is 5. Right?
Yep. Over the 1.
Over 1, which is the same as just 5. So we would just answer 5. These are the three major trig points of this particular triangle. We're done. The tough part here is memorizing this. So, and I had it wrong there. Ka, Toa. Once you memorize that, you're set. Good?
Yeah.
All right. Now you walk me through this next one really fast, or you think you
Okay.
got it.
I think I got it.
Okay, let's go to the next one. What? Yeah?
Yeah. I think, yeah, I'm good.
Let's discuss first something like this, which has a negative number. Okay, let's just do this one that has a negative. Negative
Okay.
5 and 12. We're going to go to our Desmos. We're going to let it do it for us. Negative 5, comma 12. We're going to pull it up right there.'re going to do the same thing we did. We're going to take a picture. It always helps, by the way, when you're doing the test, try to do a quick drawing.
Okay.
Okay, it'll help you visualize what's the opposite, what's the adjacent. And remember that we're always going to make the triangle go to origin. We're always going to make the triangle go from this point to origin. Then we're going to make our right angle. I'm going to try to do a red for down and green for going to the right. Oh, well, it's green to the right then and red for across like that. Now, can you tell me the height of this triangle?
Yeah, it is 12.
That's right. Now, what's the length red here?
-5.
Yeah, no, normally lengths are just positive, but in this case, we're
Okay.
going to, no, hang on. You're right. In this case, we're going to keep it as a negative because it's going to help show something here. What's the three things I told you to memorize?
SOHCAHTOA.
All right. So what does the SO stand for?
Over H.
Opposite over H, right?
And then the Ka is the adjacent over the
So
hypotenuse.
cosine of the angle is the adjacent over the hypotenuse. Yep,
And then tan is the opposite over the adjacent.
you got it. Great. Now all we need to figure out this. It's always the angle here at origin that we're curious about. What's the opposite side?
12.
Yeah, so op is 12. So I'm going to write that down. What's the adjacent side?
-5.
So 12, just positive 12. I don't want to put that negative in. Yeah, the adjacent in this case is a negative, and you're going to discover now why some things are negative cosines and sines and where the cast comes from. And the tan, we don't know. We can't figure out, sorry, the hypotenuse, we don't know. We have to use the
Pythagoras.
almost
theorem or whatever.
Pythagoras. You got it.
Pythagoras.
It's just the name of some Greek guy who came up with it. So I'm gonna race to the finish. It's 12 squared plus -5 squared. Now when you square a negative number, it's -5 times -5. It always comes out positive.
Positive.
That's
yeah.
why our hypotenuse is always positive. So we get 144 plus 25, which is 169. Okay,
Okay.
169. But remember that that's not the hypotenuse. That's the hypotenuse squared.
All right.
So we have to what to both sides?
Square root.
Right, and that ends up being 13. 13. Also note that the hypotenuse is always the longest side. So if you get a number that's smaller than 12, you did something wrong. So now we have the H. We have the H is 13. We can just fill this in now. Okay, sine is opposite over H. What do I get?
Opposite over H, 12 over 13.
Yep. Cosine of the angle A is what?
5, -5.
You got it.
-5 over H.
Yeah, which is
13.
13.
13.
And then
Yep.
TOA,
12 over -5.
tan of the angle is 12 over -5. Now, we never put the negative down at the bottom. We're going to move it up to the top and just put -12 over 5. You're allowed to do that. You're allowed to shift the negative up from the bottom. If these were both negative numbers, which they could be in some situations, what would happen?
Not sure.
What's a negative divided by negative if a negative times a negative is positive?
Positive?
Yeah, so if you had two negative numbers, which can happen with tan, you just convert
Would
it to
be
that.
positive?
Yeah.
Okay.
In this case, the 5 was negative, so the overall number is negative.
All right.
When you have a positive number up top and a negative at the bottom, or a negative up top and a positive at the bottom, it becomes a negative number. Good?
Okay. Yes.
Now, have you memorized the cast system yet?
Not memorized, but kind of.
Okay, memorize it. Ready?
Yeah.
This is quadrant 1 normally. We're in quadrant 2 here. This is quadrant 3. This is quadrant 4. It's all based on the origin. Right? The C goes down here. The A goes up above it. The S goes over here. And the T goes down here.
Okay.
CAST. And what that means is the cosine in this quadrant is always positive. The A means all of them are always positive. The S over here means sine is always positive. And down here, T means tangent's always positive.
Okay.
Look at these numbers here. This one's positive. This one's negative. This one's negative. That's because we're in this quadrant. And that's where sine is always positive. The reason sine is positive is because the only negative number here is the adjacent, right? The only number here that's negative is the adjacent. Agree?
Yeah.
Well, the adjacent only gets used in cosine and in tangent. That's why these turned out negative, and it's why this one turned out positive, because 12 is positive and the hypotenuse is always positive. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Right. And this all has to do with their X and Y values in this quadrant. Very important that you grasp this. CAST is just a way to memorize what's going to be positive or what's going to be negative. In the all category here means they're all positive. Do you know why that is? Because X is positive in this quadrant and Y is positive.
It's also,
and that makes these triangles.
It does.
Good.
Okay.
Excellent. Okay, we're going to go to the next one. The next question. I've given you all these questions in the video, so you can always go and watch them, okay?
All right. Yep.
This one's giving you the triangle. I want you to note where the quadrant is. I want you to note where the quadrant, what quadrant we're dealing with when they give you. And again, it did not copy. I'm just going to pull the keyboard out and make sure I get the right one. There we go. Note the quadrant that they're going to give us here. I'm going to zoom in. Don't worry. Here we go. They want 3 of the things. They want sine, cosine, and tangent. Now, first of all, what quadrant am I in?
2.
Where would I put CAST?
C is right there.
Yeah.
A.
Yeah.
S.
Yeah.
T.
So in this quadrant, what can I expect to be positive if I see an S?
Negative and positive. The
What does this S mean?
that it is
I'll tell you. It's okay.
sin is always positive.
You got it.
And
The sin is the only one that's positive. The
cos and
rest,
tan can have a positive and negative.
nope, they're always going to be negative. Okay?
Yeah.
So CAST tells us who is positive. Everybody else is negative. Got it?
Yeah.
Remember that. CAST tells us who is positive. Everybody else is negative. Good. Okay. I want you to note. So now we know that sine, I'm going to just write it over here. We know that sine is going to be positive because of this quadrant. Good?
Yeah.
I'm going to get rid of the CAST because we don't need it now. We got it. I want you to know it. If this is 135 degrees, what is the total angle here and then back? How much is this angle, in other words? How do I figure out this angle?
Oh,
here?
that is 180.
Yeah.
So it is 180 minus 130.
You got it. Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, 180 minus 135. Yeah.
It's 45. As soon as you see 45, 30, or 60, I want you to memorize this. As soon as you see 45, 30, and 60, and even the main points at 90, 180, 270, and 360, and 0, you will not need a calculator. You will not need a calculator, okay? He does not want you to use a calculator. He'll say without using a calculator. That means if I'm dealing with this point over here, doesn't really matter. I'm dealing with an acute. In these questions, we're dealing with a unit circle. I'm dealing with a triangle that's right here. Okay? And I need to focus on this 45-degree angle.
Okay.
I taught you very quickly, so fast, I know, about the 45-degree angle and how you're supposed to figure it out. Does your teacher, has he taught you how to do the special triangles?
Yes.
Okay, good.
I remember. I think I remember. I think
Great.
like it is well, let me see. I
Yeah,
have it written down
let's
here.
just wing it. If
It
this
is
one's okay, if you remember, you won't be able to look
the
it up on the you won't be able to look it up on a test. Remember that.
yeah, it's like 1 1 and then like square root 2, right?
Yeah,
And
you
like the
got it.
hypotenuse.
1 square root 2. You got it. That's because this angle up here is also 45, so they share the same sides. That
Yeah.
means you can figure out the sine, cosine, and tan from all that, can't you?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, tell me the sine of 45 if the 45 I've written is the angle we're talking about. Sine is so.
Yeah, so over h,
Opposite over h, right?
1 over square root 2.
You got it. So we'll just put square root 2 for now. So that means, I'll put it up here. What's the cosine? So cosine is so ka. What's the cosine
It
going to be?
is 1 over square root 2.
Oh, same thing. It's the only time where they'll share the same number. Finally,
Yeah.
what's TOA? Opposite over adjacent.
1 1.
1
So
over
just
1, which is just 1. There you go. You got it. So now let's write this down somewhere. We're going to get rid of our special triangle. We don't need that anymore, just like we don't need
Okay.
cast. And we're just going to write that down. Sine is 1 over the square root of 2.
Okay.
Cosine is 1 over the square root of 2. And tan is 1. We're almost done. Tan is 1. Get rid of that.
Mhm.
Tan of this 45. Tan of 45 is 1. Now we got to go
Okay.
back and look at what we discovered with cast. Only sine can be positive. So over here, I'm going to just make sure I note that it's positive. Everything else is negative. So I just slam a negative, and I'm done.
Okay.
To confirm this, we can take the 135-degree angle, which is the original angle, and we can find the sine of it. We discover, yeah, it's positive. It's 0.669. I did 138 by mistake. I'm going to go back. We can do that, and we discover, yeah, it's positive. It's 0.707.
Okay.
Then when we take 135, which is the angle we're talking about, we take cosine, we discover the same number, but it's negative, which makes sense because 1 over square root of 2 should be the same number. But in this case, it's telling me it's negative, so we got the right answer. Finally, if I take 135 and click 10, what should I expect? What did we get down here?
Negative. Just wait.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. So we're in the S quadrant. Will it be positive or negative? Only S is positive. So what will tan be?
Yeah, no, so it'll be a negative.
Negative what? What did we find out? It's down at the bottom right of my screen. It's also
1?
up. Yeah,
Just
negative 1.
1.
Let's hit it. There you go. Negative 1. So we know we got the right answers.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. What will always be positive in this quadrant, Aiden?
The
Yeah, that's exactly why, man. Me blah blah fucking blonde. Sorry about the swearing. I like to swear.
There you go.
It's not going to help you.
It's what the
It's the cast system. Where would I put the C?
the C is there, yeah.
Okay, well.
So wait, the C in that quadrant means it's only the cos is the only.
Yeah, any angle that ends up here, the cosine is the only thing that'll be positive. You got it. So,
yeah, and then for the one above, which is A, that's like all.
Yeah, every single, no matter what. If I'm from 0 to 90, my calculator will skip that. Will always be positive.
And then for the S, it's the sin's the only one that's positive.
Yeah, and now down here.
What is the O? The O is what? Only tan or?
No. Yeah, C cast. Remember, CAST.
Oh, it's a T. I thought it was an O.
No, I'm asking you what goes there.
Oh, okay. It's tan. So only tan's positive. Everything else is negative.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay.
So this 45-degree triangle, when I put it here, tan's positive. So this will be positive, and these two will be negative.
Yeah.
But it'll still be the same answers we just came out for 45-degree triangle. But we're not talking about 45. We're talking about 180 plus 45.
Mhm.
This down here is a 225 angle. So if I were to hit all my things for 225, I'd get the same answers, except only tan is positive, and these ones will come out negative.
Yeah.
The 45 over here, only cosine will be positive, but the others will be negative, but it'll be the same answer. So 45 down here is 360 minus 45. It's 315. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
You have to figure out how this 45 triangle fits into these quadrants and what actual angle we're talking about. In the first quadrant, we're talking about 45. In the second quadrant, we're talking about 135. In the third quadrant, we're talking about 180 plus 45.
225.
Yep. And in the last quadrant, we're talking about 360 minus 45.
315.
You got it. Those 4 angles will yield these results, just whether it's positive or negative depends on the cast memorization. You'll always get these results for those 4 angles.
Yeah.
Good?
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
That's why we're doing the special triangles, so that we don't have to memorize 4 angles.
Okay.
We just have to memorize 45 and then use cast.
Okay.
Oh, good.
And then for the yeah, the angles where it is 30 and 60.
Yeah, let's see if you
How
can
does
come up with a
that-
triangle. Well, let's see if we can come up with a triangle. So the easiest triangle to do for that is when they all have 2 sides, 2 on the sides, they'll all be 60. Okay? They'll
Okay.
all have 60. Good, but that's not a right angle triangle. So let's cut it in half right there. Boom.
Mhm.
We've made a right angle triangle. But what's this side
Okay.
going to be here if I've cut this in half?
1 and
Yeah.
1.
1? No, that's going to stay the same. I've only cut this.
Oh,
Yeah,
no, that
you're right. I
meant-
see what you
yeah,
mean.
like,
1 and 1,
yeah.
yeah. What about this angle if I cut it in half?
30.
Yeah, 30 there and 30 in the other one, but we don't need 2 triangles, so we'll just get rid of this side. And there we have the 30-60 triangle now. 30-60 triangle. 30's up here. 60's down here. And the side here's 2. The side here's 1. And with some figuring out, we figured out that it'll be 4 minus 1 square root of 3.
Okay.
So now suddenly I can figure out the sine and cosine for my 60, which is there.
Mhm.
60 is going to be, sine of 60 is going to be the opposite, square root of 3, over
Yeah.
hypotenuse, 2.
Which is 2, yeah. Okay.
Cosine of 60 is going to be the adjacent, which is 1,
1
over 2.
Okay.
The
Yeah.
tan of 60 is going to be the opposite, square root of 3, over adjacent, 1, or just square root of 3.
Okay.
Now let's see if you can tell me what the sine of 30 is going to be.
Okay. So sine of 30 is it's 1 over h, which is 2. 1 over 2.
No, oh, sorry, you are correct. You are 100% correct. 100% correct. Cos of 30.
Cos is no, it's 2 over no, it's square root 3 over 2.
You got it.
Yeah.
Finally, tan.
Tan is
Sorry, opposite over adjacent.
1 over square root 3.
You got it. There, now you know this for 30, and now we can fit the 30 and 60 in any triangle. As a matter of fact, the next 2 questions on this test, right there. Okay, let's just make sure I get the right thing this time. There we go. I can see that we are indeed going to be talking about 30 and 60. Yeah. And just pull it over there. I'm just going to make it a bit bigger. I'm just going to zoom in. I'm going to move over. How much is here? 180.
Yeah, 180.
How much more to get to 240?
It is is that angle's 330, eh? Yeah.
So this is the whole angle's 240.
Okay. 240 and then
minus 180,
Yeah. So
which will give you that.
yeah, which is 60, 240 minus 180. So that means we're talking about a 60-degree angle. Well, we just figured out our 60-degree angles. Let's take all these and move them over. Okay. So what's the sine going to be? It's going to be this. What's the cosine going to be? It's going to be that. What's the
It's the
tan
same,
going to be?
right? Yeah.
Except for what? Cast.
Oh yeah.
So what's the only thing that's positive here?
Oh, the tan and everything
Okay.
else is negative.
So let's slap a negative in it. Boom, boom, we
Okay.
got it. That means the
Okay.
sine of 240 is negative square root of 3
Can you
over
pass
2.
my water? Yeah. Okay.
The cosine of 240 is going to be negative 1 over 2. Let's prove that. Cosine 240. There it is, negative half. The tan of 240 is going to be just the square root of 3. Positive.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So once you have that 60-degree triangle down, you've got the rest figured out. And we've got our 30-degree triangle, right? Look at this
Yes.
one. What's 360 back 330?
What? Wait, what? So 360 minus 330, which is 30.
Yeah, that means the triangle we're dealing with here is 30. Well, we figured out all our 30 angles right there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what quadrant am I in here?
The fourth
As
one.
soon as I get back there we go. Fourth one. Who's positive, who's negative in this one? What letter do I put in there from cast?
Cos is positive.
You got
tan and sin are negative.
Slap a negative, we're done.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
A lot easier once you figure out 45, 30, and 60. Done. Everything done.
Okay.
Combine cast with these, you're done. You just got to figure out
Alright.
this acute angle. So here's the secret to the acute angles. When it's in this quadrant, it's 180 minus whatever angle they gave us.
Yeah.
And if this quadrant, it's 180 plus the angle, or let's see, it's the angle they gave us minus 180. When it's this quadrant, it's 360 minus the angle they gave us. Good?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll get used to it. Practice, 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 young man.
Mm-hmm.
Overwhelming, or you good?
I'm all right.
Okay.
Yeah, not bad.
Notice when it's this, you must use the special or your knowledge. Here they're just asking for positive or negative. So for this question, they're just asking for positive or negative.
Okay. So.
All right. So that sounds like we just need the cast system. I just kind of blew it there.
Yeah.
Sorry. The copy MA, I got to get rid of that. There we go. Okay, here we go. Without using a calculator, say if these are positive or negative. Okay, what quadrant does 100 degrees fall into? What quadrant does 100 degrees fall into?
The second one.
That's right. We go 90 and 10 more. We're there. They don't want any information here. They just want to know if this is positive or negative. So we need to use the cast system.
Positive.
Right, because S is there.
Mhm.
Boom, done.
Yes.
Don't do more than they ask.
Yeah.
Let's go straight to this
All right.
tan 300. Where does it fall?
300 is the fourth one.
You got it. What's
so
what?
it is
Yeah.
The C. So it is cos is positive, sin tan are negative.
You got it. So it's going to come out as negative. If in
Yeah.
doubt, sneak your calculator out, punch in 300,
Uh-huh.
but your teacher can't see, and you press 10, you see a negative number.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, this one, what quadrant does 200 fall into?
The third one.
Yeah. What's positive and negative here?
The third one, it is T, so tan's positive.
So that means this is going to come out as
What?
cos.
Positive.
No, see,
Oh,
cos.
cos is negative, negative.
Always look at what they're asking, cos. Finally,
Yeah.
350 is in what quadrant?
4.
Yeah. What's positive and negative there?
It is, this answer is negative.
Yeah, got it. That's all they want to know.
Okay.
Okay. When you're in a
Knock
test,
all, bro.
when you're in the test, go to the simple ones because it'll build confidence.
Okay.
Notice that in this number 5 here, they haven't really given us a something that we would recognize as an exact triangle. It's like numbers we haven't seen again. But always look at what information they have given us. They've told us it's in quadrant.
3.
Right, there's a reason for that. In quadrant 3, which is 1, 2, 3, what's positive, what's negative here?
Quadrant 3, T, so tan's positive.
All right, so everything else is negative. So that's the thing to remember. Now, what does so tell me about the sign of something? So
is the O over the H.
Right, it's equal to the O divided by the H. Well, look, over here, they've given me -3
Yeah.
and 5. Oh, sorry. -3 and 5. Well, if it's O over H, stands to reason in this case, the O is, and the H is.
The O is -3 and the H is 5. So
Right.
you divide them, yeah?
Well, no, not yet. No. That's not what they want to know.
Oh.
Have you figured out which is O? So now we write that down. Okay, well, the opposite side is -3, and the H is 5. So now let's draw a triangle because we need to figure out what the other missing side is. We're right here. We know we're in quadrant 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now we draw a triangle like this. We know the opposite of the angle. Remember that the angle is always here that we're interested in.
Yeah.
So the opposite is over here.
Mm-hmm.
The H is here. We just have to figure out the what. What's missing if we have op and H?
This one.
Adjacent.
Yeah.
And we know that adjacent squared plus opposite squared is equal to hypotenuse squared.
Mm-hmm.
What's 5 squared?
10.
5 times 5.
25.
You got it. So we know opposite or hypotenuse squared is 25. What's -3 squared? -3 times itself.
+9.
Yeah, 9. So we got a squared is equal to 25 plus 9. How do we solve that?
Mhm.
We have to get rid of.
Wait, so it's a. Oh, yeah, you have to do the square root thing.
Not yet. It's
Or
being,
-9.
yeah,
minus
you got
9.
it. So you get a squared is equal to 16.
Yeah, and
Right.
then you do the square root of the A2 and the square root of the number that you get.
Yeah. So what is the square root of 16? I'll help you out. It's what number times itself would be 16? 3 times 3 is 9. 5 times 5 is 25. Square root of 16 is 4.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Now we're in this quadrant though. Remember we're in this quadrant. Is X positive or negative?
X is negative.
Yeah, it's negative. And this 3 is negative as well. So now we have the sides and we can figure out everything because TOA or SOHCAHTOA, Ka stands for?
O over H.
Yeah. So Ka of this angle or cosine of this angle is opposite, which is what?
The opposite is
Sorry.
-3.
Sorry. We're doing A over H, adjacent over H.
Oh, so it is negative. What was the number we got?
4,
We got
I think it was 4.
Yeah, -4 over 5.
Right. And then the tan is TOA.
And is the -3 over 5.
No, that's the hypotenuse. So
Oh, sorry.
opposite over
-3
adjacent.
over -4.
Right. What's a negative divided by a negative?
Positive, so you just.
And
flip
that's
them
why
positive.
that's why tan is positive in that quadrant.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yes.
Watch your negatives. If you forget your negatives, just remember that we're in quadrant 3 where tan is positive. Tan is positive, so you can just make your tan positive and the rest negative.
Mhm.
If you forget to add negatives and positives to this. By the way, why did I come up with -4? Because we're in this quadrant. Be aware that the square root of any number, like 16, has 2 answers, 4 and -4. That's because if I square -4, I get 16. If I square 4, I get 16. So the square root always has 2 possible answers, a positive and a negative.
Mm-hmm.
Good or not?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
A lot of information to absorb, dude.
Uh-huh.
These are all the same. You just have to watch the quadrant. We know that this is the adjacent and this is the hypotenuse because cosine is always adjacent over hypotenuse. We just need to
Okay.
figure out the opposite side. This one is always opposite over adjacent. So we know that the opposite side is -5 and the adjacent is 12. We just need to figure out what. What am I missing if I have opposite and adjacent?
Opposite and adjacent. C- Wait, so you're asking what do you not have?
Yeah, that's right. Because what is tan? What does TOA stand for?
Opposite and adjacent.
So that must be opposite and that must be adjacent.
Yeah, so you need the hypotenuse.
Yeah, so that's 5 squared, 25, plus 12 squared, 144. We get 169. We got to square root it, 13. So now that I have the opposite, I can figure out all my trig ratios, which one's positive and which one's negative in quadrant 2.
In quadrant 2, sin is positive.
That's right. So all I have to do is make my sign
No,
positive.
yeah, wait, yeah.
You got it. Sign is positive, and all the other ones I make negative.
Okay.
Good?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Number 6 is about the special triangles. We got to go back to the special triangles. So I'm going to just pull up the special triangles instead of us doing it again. Fair enough? Now I know I raced through this, but you know I'm trying to cover as much as we can. We're actually at the 1 hour.
Oh, are we?
Yep, but I've done all these for you in those videos. You can just jump to the question that puzzles you.
All right.
But Aiden, I beg of you, man, in future, practice these questions sooner than the night before the test.
Yeah, yeah.
Because otherwise, dude, tomorrow your brain is just, it's going to be this flow of what did he say? This, that, whatever. In the test, answer the ones you know that are easy. Like this one was deadly easy, right? You just had to use cast. Answer the easy ones first. Then approach the ones that you're like, oh, I sort of remember this. So just kind of go after the ones that you're pretty sure are the special triangles. Like these are special triangles because it's the same ratios that we saw in the special triangles. Look for 1 over square root of 2 or 1 over square root of 3. Those are going to be special triangles. Square root of 3 over 2 is going to be a special triangle, okay?
Yeah.
This one's tough because it's one of the coordinates on the 0 degree, 90 degree. Let's see if you can remember this. This is important, so I want to cover it, okay? Okay. You remember when I first started with you, I did this little circle like this and said, we're starting here. We're going around this way.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Before I even start, what degree is that? How many degrees?
0.
0. What coordinate is this if the circle only has a radius of 1? What coordinate is that?
It is 0 and 1.
Almost. X,
1 and 0.
Well, X is here. And it doesn't go up at all, so it's 0. What's this coordinate? So what's this degree first if I reach here?
Still, what?
How many degrees? 90. You're right, we're at 90. Yeah. What's the coordinate there?
0, 1.
0, 1, yeah. If I keep going, what's the degree here?
It's -1, 0.
Yeah, but how many degrees? 180, yeah. And you're right, it's -1, 0. So I want you to be able to reproduce this on a test. And finally, if I go to 270, what's the point there?
It is 0, -1.
0 and -1, yeah. And then there's one last one that's tricky. It comes all the way 360 back to the same point, okay? So that means 360 has to be in here too. The sign values of these numbers are the y values, okay?
Yeah.
Just memorize that. The sign value, so that means sine of 0 degrees is equal to this number here.
Okay.
0.
Okay.
The sine of 90 degrees, which is here, is this number here. What is it?
1.
Right, so sine of 90 is 1. The sine of 180 degrees is the second number here. What is it?
0.
Right? The sine of 270 is this number right here. What is it?
-1.
Right? And then finally, 360, you can just say, oh, it's the same as the 0. So I just go, whatever I got for the 0 up here is the 360 down here.
Mhm.
Now, go back to this question. It's asking us what angle has a value of sine of -1. Let's go look. There's only one that has -1. What angle are they talking about?
180 or 270.
That's
yeah.
right. So when they ask us
Yeah.
what this angle is right here, it must be 270. If they'd said which angle has a sine of 0, we have 3 possible choices. 1, 2, 3. So if they'd asked for 0, we'd have to say, well, it's 0 degrees or 180 or 360. But they didn't. He made it answerable.
Yeah.
I want you to also note the x value here, the x value over here, are the cosine values. So cosine of 0 degrees is the x value here. 1. Cosine of 90 is the x value here. 0. Cosine of 180 is the x value over here. -1. Cosine of 270 is the x value over here. 0. Cosine of 360 is the same as 0. It's 1. Did you follow that?
Yeah, dude, that does make sense. Yes.
Yeah, so the sines are the y values, the cosines are the x values. That's all you have to memorize. Good?
Yeah.
So if you can do this, you can get to here and you can then figure out all the sine values from the y values and all the x values from the x values. Just remember that 360 is the same values as 0.
Yeah.
Okay? It's important. It's going to come up on the test for sure.
Okay.
This is just, oh boy, this is using arc sine in your calculator and arc cosine. Note that there's watch the video on this because there's 2 possible answers for this. Why? Why are there 2 possible answers for negative cosine? Where's cosine positive here? Where's cosine positive?
Right, the bottom one. The
Here.
first one.
And here.
Mhm.
So that means cosine could be negative here or here. So
Okay.
when I figure out my angle here, let's say it says it's 135. There's another angle over here. Go watch my video to figure that out. It's this acute angle here added to 180. It's very important to realize for every cosine, there's 2 possible angles. If it's negative, it's these 2 quadrants. If it's positive, it's these 2 quadrants. For every sine and cosine, except at 90 and 270, there's 2 possible answers. And you have to watch the video to understand why.
Okay. Yes.
Okay?
Mhm.
It's a little overwhelming to do this all the night before, but essentially you're doing arctan to figure out one of them, arc sine in your calculator to figure out them. Then you got to learn how to figure out the second angle. Remember how to do arc sine? Let's look at it.
Yep. It's the second tan.
Yeah, you got it.
It's
So
like tan -1.
if this is a sine, well, I know I'm at tan down there, but if I'm at the sine in A here, I go second sine. Boom! I know that this is the angle. What quadrant is this angle in? Let's just do this really fast.
50 is quadrant 1.
Yeah. Okay. Hang on. Sorry, and I screwed it up again. Let's do 50. So we'll just do it like this. There we go. We'll do it like this, and we know that it's 50.89. So we're going to find it. We're just going to make our life a little easier. We're going to call it 50.9.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I know it's quadrant 1. They told me the sign was what? Positive or negative? Is that a positive result or a negative result?
It's positive.
Right. So where else is sign positive? I know it's positive in quadrant 1. Where else is it positive?
2.
Right. Over here. So I'm
Yes.
dealing with another acute angle here that's 50.9, but that's not the terminal angle. This is the terminal angle here.
Okay.
Oh, how do I figure out that angle? From here to there, if this is 50.9. How much is this full one to here?
180.
Then I got to go
So-
back 50.9.
50, so
50.9. I can't round up too much. So it's 180 what?
minus 50.9.
Right. So this other angle that we're talking about is
30.
29.1.
Okay.
Okay. Now let's prove it to ourselves. Watch what happens when I hit 129.1 in here. And I hit sine. 0.760, right?
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
Right. So there's two
Okay.
possible answers. It's very easy to get half marks by just giving the first answer.
Okay.
All these have two possible angles because they're negative in 2 quadrants or they're positive in 2 quadrants. Your calculator is always going to spit out the quickest, the shortest distance from origin. So if it's in this
Right.
quadrant, it's always going to spit out this one. But there's a secret one over here that you have to figure out.
Okay.
Watch, do as much as you can. This is asking you to prove this. It's pretty easy. Just watch the video.
Mm-hmm.
This is the same as 60, and then you just have to figure out if this is the same, but just watch the video. In this case, this is in quadrant 2, it would be positive. This is in quadrant 3, it would be negative, so they can't be the same. A negative cannot equal a positive. Watch the video, it's a lot easier, and there we would have reached the end there.
Okay.
Got to practice Aiden, dude. And
Yeah.
here's the other warning. When you fall behind math, it's a bitch because everything in the next chapter relies on this shit.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't skip.
Okay.
So I get that it's, oh, this is frustrating. I don't want to do it. It's totally normal to put something off. But the more you do that to yourself, the more you're going to torture yourself when the test comes.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're going to say to yourself, and this is not true, Aiden. You're going to say to yourself, God, I'm stupid. You're not. You procrastinate like every human being does, but you don't like that test pressure, right? Nobody likes the test pressure. It's a lot easier if you study it a little bit, just enough so you're not sick of it every day than it is to do it all tonight.
Yeah. Okay.
Get into that habit, man. Otherwise, you're just going to drive yourself nuts. Then you're going to hate it, and then you're not going to want to study. The reverse is, if you get good at this, it's going to be so easy for you that you're going to get 90s and you can focus on your other courses.
Mm-hmm.
It's not hard stuff. It just takes time.
Yeah.
And you can't do it one night. Dude, if you have a question throughout the night, shoot me a text.
All right.
I'll probably go to bed by an hour from now. But
Okay.
you shoot me. When's your test again?
It is like 12 o'clock tomorrow.
Okay, you can shoot me. I can also answer early before you get up. So shoot me a text. You'll see the video in the morning. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
All right,
man.
dude.
I appreciate it.
Just remember, breathe. Easy questions first. Get some sleep and eat something.
All right.
Okay, take care.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Bye-bye. Have a
Bye.
good one.